Hi everyone, this is Shaina here again. So tonight we're going to have an interesting question for our cards. The question that I wanted to ask, and this was because I am actually um, inspired by the moon a lot. I love gazing at the moon. I love moon gazing, star gazing, all that jazz because it just makes me feel very calm and very peaceful. And I just feel probably that I'm my intuitive best. And I don't know, in general, I think it just makes me feel really good. So today I was inspired to actually ask this question in our pick a pile. Um, what blessings is the moon granting us? What blessings is the moon bringing on our path? What wishes is the moon granting to you? Now, there are people who do moon meditations, full moon meditations, new moon meditations, all of these things because the moon is supposed to have an incredible amount of energy. She is a powerful source, and I use the word she because it's supposed to be a feminine, the yin, the feminine balance, feminine factor. So today I wanted to see if I could channel some energies where you can understand if the moon is affecting you, how the moon is affecting you, um, is because we're all, as you have heard, we're all made of water, and moon rules the tides, and so it definitely does have a very magnetic effect on us as well. So with that, I am going to start. So there are three piles in front of you. The first one, the first one is this, second is this, and third is this. First one is the clear quartz crystal. The second one is the Moonstone, and the third one is the black obsidian. So please pause the video and see which one you are getting drawn to. I would suggest go by what pile is drawing you rather than the stone, but it's okay if you can't choose pile wise, it's all right. So with that, let's start with the first. Let me put away these two at the moment. And yeah, just for your viewing pleasure, I have my moon lamp here. That's always with me because I don't know, I just feel really peaceful when it's around. Okay, so let's start with pile number one. What blessings is the moon bringing to you? So the first card out is blossoming. I don't know if you can see this. Blossoming, and you see a full moon here. So this is from the Goddess of the Moon Oracle. From Work Your Light Oracle, I have Unbound. From the Sacred Power Oracle, I have Self-Love. From the Archetype cards, I have Visionary. From the Moonology deck, I have New Moon in Taurus, Prosperity Lies Ahead. You can see it. From my angel cards, I have Trust and Communication. From the tarot, I have three cards. One is the Wheel of Fortune from the Mystic Dreamer. deck, I think. The second, no, I have two cards, all right. The second one I have is Four of Pentacles. See, there's a moon here as well. So all my cards have a moon. All right, so that's very much with our theme. Now just give me a minute so I can see what these cards are all about. Okay, so the very first thing that I'm getting here is that there's a big change that the moon is bringing in your life. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune and the Unbound card, which is the Unbound card says releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So, yeah, and if you look at the Wheel of Fortune, this also actually, denotes the cycle of karma, the karmic cycle, the wheel of birth and rebirth, time, change, all of those things. So something major has already either happened in your life or is about to happen in your life, a major change. And that will make you release old patterns. That's going to make you release old patterns and feel untethered, unbound, free. So if this change has not already come, it is going to come very soon. And changes sometimes are always like, they're not very comfortable, but here I am seeing that this is going to be a change for the better, because you are currently trapped in the Four of Pentacles and this prosperity lies ahead. So it's possible that there are some financial issues. It's possible you're feeling stuck in a certain situation. You feel as though you are unable to get yourself out of this stuckness of life, of finances, whether it could be finances, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be just your own thoughts and beliefs and patterns and stuff like that. So there's this feeling of being stuck and not able to move out to, actually discover your destiny. But see, there's this moon affecting her pull here as well. But the moon is working, and the very first thing that you will see is this change that will happen. All right, this change, once it happens, it is going to literally jet you out of your old life and get you to a place where you're blossoming with this card. So the blossoming card again has a moon here, and it's like this girl is, there's a garden growing, and she's playing the violin or something. So you're going to get out of that mode and get into the blossoming mode where you will suddenly feel free. You'll suddenly feel free of restrictions, of any kind of stuck or old or defunct energies. And you will come into this self-love. And this is very much needed. I think when we look at the Four of Pentacles, it's like you're trying to suppress yourself, suppress your soul, and the moon always rules the soul. So it's like your soul is now going to come unbound. You are reaching that place. The moon is actually getting to you to a place where you can unveil your soul, where you can blossom as a soul, as a light being. Look at this card. So it's getting you into a position of actually getting your soul out of hibernation. Your soul is finally coming out free and blossoming, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful process. You need to trust this process. Change is not always very comfortable, but here this change is going to be for the better. Even if it's temporarily causing you discomfort, it is definitely going to be something which will carve the path to your soul purpose, to your future life, to living with soul rather than just living for the heck of it, or living on, like a sort of treadmill sort of a thing, or a rat race sort of thing. You will now be living via your soul. So trust this process. Trust it. When it happens, it might not be comfortable, but you need to allow it to happen, because it's like a new birth. It's like a rebirth. It's the birth of your soul that's happening here. And once this process has happened, the first thing that you might notice is prosperity. So this is prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, and Venus always brings you beauty, wealth, luxury, comfort, all of those things. So this is new moon in Taurus, and so this moon is bringing you prosperity. So you're going to blossom with that, right? You have all the tools with you to live comfortably and live with your soul unbound, letting go, being free, blossoming from within. Give yourself ample time and ample nourishment during this time, because when I see the self-love card, and then with it the blossoming card, I'm seeing you get into things like yoga or exercise, or going to the gym, or eating healthy, modifying your diet, modifying sleep patterns. So there's a lot of self-love that you need to give yourself, and in this time, because once you do that, you are blossoming, and the moon is overseeing this. The moon is actually getting this energy to you. Like I said before also, the moon rules your soul, and so the moon is actually ensuring that your soul comes out in all its splendor, and you live like this light being that we see here, that you are unbound from the restrictions of anything, of society, people, patterns, belief systems. You are breaking free. Your soul is shining, and you are blossoming from within. This is a beautiful card, and it's going to happen quickly. I don't think that there's too much time here that you need to wait, because when I see the Wheel of Fortune and then the Unbound card, which is actually the judgment card in the tarot, it's a fairly quick and sudden opening up. So either there's a shift happening within you, consciously, subconsciously, or these are actual material circumstances that are that have been triggered to awaken your soul. And once this prosperity comes to you, this self-love and blossoming comes to you, you will finally come to the place that you're supposed to be. You, this group of people, group number 1, are visionaries. I don't know if you can see the card. It says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Yes, this group's people are visionaries. They can see beyond the normal, everyday, mundane eye. They are Trendsetters, they are people who have an inkling of how things ought to work in the future. So if you see, this lady here has a crystal ball in front of her, and generally when we look at any kind of crystal ball, it signifies looking into the future. So you, group number 1 people, are visionaries. You have ideas which are far ahead of your time. You have, and they just come to you. I think maybe you either get downloads, or you get psychic insights, or you just know. There's a certain knowing that, okay, I know that this is what's going to happen, right? And then it actually happens, and you're like, oh my God, I already had that idea. So you guys are visionaries. You are supposed to set examples, and you will be able to communicate your vision. If with this communicate card here, you will be able to communicate this vision that you have only when you have self-love, only when you're unbound, only when you've blossomed, right? Because if you don't believe in your vision, in yourself, then how will you communicate your vision to anybody else? And it's also possible that once you communicate your vision, then prosperity lies ahead, because this is your soul's path. This is probably your life purpose. You are supposed to show people the way, the path. You are supposed to, I don't know, I don't know if you have visions really, but just a sort of knowing that, this is what is right. So once all of this is done, you will finally come into your soul purpose, your life purpose, which is that of being a visionary, of showing the way, of of basically being path breakers in your life. And then there will never be any energy of the Four of Pentacles, because Four of Pentacles is material lack as well. You'll never feel that material lack, because firstly you're working from love, and secondly you're following your passion, and thirdly it's not really work. When you have passion about something, when you love doing something that you like, that you really are passionate about, money flows anyways. It's not the be all and end all. It just comes to you because you are working with love, and love is the highest energy in the universe. So the message for group 1 is, it's beautiful. It's, you are going to come unbound. Your soul is going to shine, because this card is really attracting me. Once your soul shines, you are coming into your own. You are coming into your soul purpose, your life purpose, and then prosperity lies ahead. So just trust this process. Initially, it might not feel that great, but the when you look back after the journey that you've actually carried out, you are going to be ecstatic, because it's time for your soul to shine out. So great. Group number 1, I'm going to put this aside and then we'll go on to group number 2. What blessings is the moon bringing to you? So group number 2 is the Moonstone. The first card out is boundaries. Second one is protection from the Work Your Light Oracle. The third one is angel assistance. Wow. See, plenty of protection here. Fourth one is shape shifter. From the Moonology deck, I have 2 cards. One is end of a tough cycle approaches, Moon and Capricorn. And the second Moonology card is look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. From the angel cards, I have willingness, and soul. So this is strange, okay? This was a blank card and I just put my thing on it, I mean my word on it, and this has come out, and this is a strong word. From the tarot, we have Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. All right, let's look at this a little bit. Okay, the first thing I'm getting for group number 2, pile number 2, is the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn. And Saturn, as you all know, is the planet of karma, the planet of the planet that gives results in some time after it has extracted the hard work from you. So you have been going through a tough sort of cycle, I think, till now, and that's coming to an end soon. This is something that the moon is bringing you. It's bringing you the end of a tough cycle. So once this cycle ends with moon in Capricorn, Saturn would grant you your wishes. Saturn ensures that you get the reward for your labor. The second thing that I am seeing here, and very majorly, is that you have divine protection around you at all times. It's like when I sort of connect the cards of boundaries, protection, angel assistance, I'm getting like, it's like the angels or the guides, your guides have placed you in a sort of bubble. So it's possible that at this point of time, you might not be wanting to communicate very much with people. You might be very, very into yourself, very deeply connected with your subconscious mind, very deeply in tune with your intuition, with your feminine side. So it's like they're making you go into this hermit mode or in this cave mode, to building boundaries around you. Because probably because you need healing at this time, because this rough cycle is just passing or has passed, so you need healing. The second thing that I'm seeing is that you do, in a practical sense, need boundaries around you. I think you have probably let yourself be a little, trampled upon. Not that people willingly wanted to do it, but you didn't have clear boundaries. You probably gave too much, or you overextended, or you became a sort of people pleaser, sometimes to just get the love that you wanted, right? But somehow it left you empty anyways. Your soul was still not satisfied. And so now, no longer do you operate from that perspective that you need to please people. This time is about your healing. Either you have crossed the healing, so the moon is bringing you healing, it's bringing you boundaries, it's bringing you self-love. It's a lot like self-love in a way, because this is like, they have this protective cocoon around you, and then the moon seems to be, directly communicating with you. So intuition must be high at this time. extremely high. You might be getting messages, downloads, um, psychic insights, or intuitions, strong intuitions, yes. So if you haven't yet placed boundaries, please go ahead and do it. Take yourself away for some time because you're healing from the tough time. Um, and then we come to the protection. Like I said, something about you is making the angels and your guides literally hover around you. It's like this girl is placed in this egg, and this egg is about to, I mean, this egg is actually, being, what do you call that? It's being put in the right conditions to hatch. Okay, and there's a lot of feminine energy in these cards somehow. So I feel that this is definitely the moon affecting you. So she's being put in this kind of egg, and she's supposed to hatch. And while the egg is hatching, the angels are protecting, like it's a circle around you. And this also has a moon here. So this card says, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Yes, you have worked so hard, you have put in so much in your life, in your relationships, in everything that you did, that parts of your energy were scattered. And that this rough cycle that we were seeing, you scattered parts of your energy because you worked so hard. And Saturn makes you work hard, make no mistake. Saturn makes you work like crazy. All right, so now that Saturn says, all right, now I'm gonna sort of, pack up my bags and wrap this up, you are now finally allowed to rest. Retrieve your soul, retrieve your energy, heal yourself. And the angels are there to actually help you in doing this. You are gathering split parts of your soul, to regenerate once again. I don't know why, but something about this energy also tells me about meeting soul tribe people, soulmates, your soul tribe. So there will be a lot of people around you that you might connect with suddenly, who actually seem to care, who actually seem to provide some sort of protection, nourishment, and healing for you. All of a sudden, you might be meeting members of your soul tribe. And of course, from the spirit realm, you already have very powerful angel assistance, because you need this energy. These angels are healing you while you are here, ready to hatch into something bigger. You just need to have the willingness to shut yourself away for some time. You don't always have to be in the crux of life, the hectic pace of life. You can put yourself away for some time. You need it. You need the healing. You need the moon to heal your soul. Your soul is bruised. Your soul is hurting. It needs help, and that is being provided. Now, with these two cards, I am seeing, it's not a very big energy I see, but I still see something like an offer of a message, or a message of love. A message or an offer of love, with the Page of Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So this is earth and water energy. And that's why we see and these are very well blended energies. That's why we see the rainbow here. So there is an abiding love that is around you. You might not be aware of it yet, but you will get some indication in terms of some sort of message. So either this is going to be an intuitive message or a real-time message, like on the phone or on Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever. Something like this is just coming in. It's still a page energy, which means it's just starting. Something is just starting on an emotional level. And obviously, because right now you're still healing, so you can't really, I don't think you can think of anything major right now, but this is a constant source of support. This will come if it hasn't come already. And now we'll come to what is the biggest blessing, what is the biggest wish that is being granted by the moon. What is she doing? So I feel the moon is actually making you expand in your soul. Because you look at this card, it is the full moon in Sagittarius, which says look at the bigger picture. You after this healing is done, after your soul is retrieved, you are suddenly going to come out of this with either an accelerated sense of expansion or awareness or something like that, where you will finally start seeing the world in a very different, on a very different level, on a very higher level, like a bird's eye perspective. Because you are a shapeshifter. This is what your soul is. Group 1's soul was a visionary. Your soul is a shapeshifter. The light attributes are skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. Yeah. So you are a person who can look beyond boundaries. And by boundaries, I don't mean cultural, religious, gender, etc. By boundaries, I mean you can see to the soul of a person. You can surpass the boundary of a person's physical attributes and get to the heart of the matter. You see people, you have that energy, that vision, that insight that makes you look at the core essence of a person. It makes you look at the bigger picture. And when I say bigger picture and I pair that up with shapeshifter, I feel that there are certain psychic attributes that you have which make you access dimensions which are, I don't know, I mean, on a soul level, on intra-dimensional, intra-galactic, I don't know. Okay, this card is blowing my mind literally. It's like you don't even know why exactly, you are being put in this healing egg kind of energy. Because, and why do you have so much of angel assistance? Why? Ask yourself why. Because you are a powerful being, you're a powerful psychic being. If not psychic, let's not use that term. We can use terms like intuitive, we can use terms like I don't know, super sensitive or something like that. You are very tuned into the soul. You're already so tuned into the soul. You've always been working from your soul, but it's just that you've been hurt. You've worked so hard that you've been hurt, and it's been a very tough journey. It's not been an easy journey. And so it's time now for you to heal and then come into your own, which is an expanded soul, a very high level aware soul. And this is what the moon is bringing to you. You are a shapeshifter. You are a person who can see beyond dimensions, beyond reality, beyond life and death, beyond people, places. You can see beyond. And this is something I'm sure you already know. And if you don't, then I think it's time that you become aware of it in this healing period, because your soul purpose, Your life purpose is attached to this. Your life purpose is attached to doing something for the planet. Not just for the planet, I think this involves a lot of interdimensional stuff, but I won't get into that right now. But you are a different sort of being, okay? Suffice to say, you're a different sort of soul, and that is now coming out in all its splendor, right? So give yourself that credit. It's amazing. Please let me know what happens. All right, so now we go to group number 3. So group number 3, we have here the black obsidian stone. So I've picked up all the moon type colors here just for the effect. First card out is pleasure from Goddess of the Moon. From Light Your Work Oracle, I'm getting transformation. From Sacred Power Oracle, I'm getting boundaries. From Archetype, I'm getting victim. From the Moonology deck, I get believe in the impossible, blue moon. Wow, amazing. From the angels, I get courage and expansiveness. Whoa, okay. From the tarot, I'm getting the star, which is beautiful, and the 8 of wands. All right, so just let me have a look here. Okay, very interesting. All right. So, what I'm seeing here for pile number 3 is maybe you are a person who has had to be like a victim a lot of times. This is either past or it's a personality trait, or it is something which is going on right now, and it says prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. And the shadow attributes are playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Yeah. So I feel there might have been a bit of a victim stance in you sometimes, or you don't like being a victim at all. Some of this energy has been either there in your life in the past and it's just passing away, or it has already passed away. So it's a feeling of, like feeling pity for yourself, feeling as though, why does this happen only to me? Why me? So that sort of a role, it's a little immature, but well, we've all had it. At various times in our lives, we've always asked this question that, why me? Why does this happen to me? Right? So, yeah, this is something that you have just gone through or are going through, a feeling of not being worthy enough, not being good enough, feeling like the victim. But there is a transformation happening. And this is something I'm seeing across the decks, that the main theme of what the moon is giving you is transformation. Unbinding in the first, unbound in the first pile. I think the second one was healing, yeah. And the third one is transformation. So if you see, it's like the moon which rules our soul, is literally making you come out of that, patterns of that the negative patterns or certain thought forms that you have, imbibed within yourself, as you go through life, which are not suitable for you. They are not in accordance or alignment with your soul. And so in every pile, I'm seeing that the blessing that the moon is giving to you is to bring out your soul, because the moon rules your soul, right? So you have to, that's what that's the kind of energy that the moon is exerting on you, on your soul. Okay, all right, back to the pile. So there's a transformation happening once this victim mentality is done with. We see a transformation. We say, the card says, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Yes. So somewhere, and this, if I pair it up with the Eight of Wands, this is all happening very fast. It's a very rapid escalation, a very rapid acceleration of transformation and healing. So if you've not been well, you would very rapidly come out of any kind of illness or sickness. If you've been feeling depressed or low anytime, you will very soon be coming out of that. And if you have been in this victim mentality, in a slightly low sort of a phase, you are coming out to be the queen. I mean, if you can see, this looks like an Egyptian goddess. So you are coming into your own, and very fast. The moon is bringing this change very fast, and this is you coming into your goddess energy, your goddess power, because the moon shines right behind her. So it's like the moon is bringing you, pushing you to the forefront, saying that go and claim your power. You are a powerful light being. Go out there and claim it for yourself. So this change and transformation is happening very soon. And once this, if it isn't already happening, once this happens, I feel there will be a beautiful time where the star rules, the star card rules, because the star is the card of hope, positivity, waiting for something beautiful to happen. So it's like once this transformation is done, you will start feeling at peace, not only with yourself, but with the world in general. You will have something to look forward to. You will be able to chase your dreams, the sort of dream that you had, which you probably shut away or put away sometime in life, because, hey, when do dreams ever come true, right? So maybe you shut it away and now it's coming back in all its splendor. Now, that dream that you put away, locked up in a box or a shelf, put it away, is now coming back after this regeneration of yours. And so I see a beautiful, long, peaceful period ahead where hope has come back in your life again, something to live for. And then I see pleasure. I pair this up with pleasure, where I probably see you during this time, seeking things that make you happy finally. You're unbound, literally. If you can see this card, she's enjoying herself under the moon. And this looks like a star to me. So this, again, if I pair it up with a star, it's like you're unbound. There are no more, boundaries. There are no more set definitions or patterns that you are trying to abide by, that you are like this or like that. No, you are a limitless being. You're a limitless soul, and you get to enjoy that feeling of being limitless now. It bursts out of you. It's like your heart chakra is finally open, your crown chakra is open, your throat chakra is open, you're coming out, you're transforming. I see butterflies here, which is again transformation. So yeah, all of this transformation is happening so that you can find your soul self, and dreams come from the soul. So yes, your dream is coming alive again. And that is a miracle, frankly. It's really a miracle. Then I get expansiveness and boundaries. So once again, if I link it up with the pleasure card and the boundaries card and the expansiveness card, it's like you're breaking boundaries. I mean, no longer are you categorizing yourself as anything or anyone lesser. There are no more boundaries that are, that define anything anymore. You are reaching for the sky. You are elevating. You are expanding. Your soul is expanding because it's happy. The soul expands when it's happy. It's really very simple. So because you're happy, your soul expands. Your boundaries get lesser. You start seeing beyond. You climb out of the well and you look at the world with eyes of a child and say, oh my God, I was sitting in this well and hey, look at that. There's just such a beautiful world out there. Why didn't I see this before? Yeah, so the moon is bringing you expansion, awareness, hope, peace, dream, all of that, all right? And once you get to this place where you're just happy being yourself, you will achieve that dream, which is like the icing on the cake, okay? Believe in the impossible. The blue moon is the card of believing in the impossible. If you've ever had a dream and said that, like, this can't ever come true, whether it is regarding finances or a job or love or spirituality, whatever it is, this dream, the card is asking you to believe in it. Have the courage to believe in it. Courage stands out very majorly in this group because it's like, it's not easy coming from a victim stance to a stance of believing in the impossible. It needs a lot of work, and you are actually getting there. You are getting to believing in the impossible and then achieving it. And then there's going to be pleasure. There's going to be a sense of limitlessness. I mean, this is very powerful. This is like this. The moon is saying, believe in the impossible, believe in your dreams. They are flashes from your soul, they are flashes from your subconscious mind. And this blessing will come to you if you believe in it. Break all boundaries. There's no boundaries when it comes to believing in your dreams. Break them all. Believe anyways. How does it matter? And the card of the star is also that of wishes being granted. So whatever impossible dream that you had, go for it. Go for it, because this is the time where you will be able to achieve the impossible. The moon is making sure that your soul shines and it reaches for the sky. It has no boundaries. It comes out of this kiddish, childish victim mode and goes on to expansiveness, where you can conquer the world. So this is extremely positive and a very strong pile. So pile number 3, I wish you all the very best. Please write to me. I'd love to know what's happening and what you're going through, which phase. And it's been lovely doing this reading, and I'll come to you with these sort of questions some more in the future. Thank you. Bye-bye.